A lot of
Yep,
news
yep.
been going on.
hmm
A lot of contract news.
hmm
Big news today was our truth said his contract is not going to be renewed.
Yep, yep.
It left everybody in shock. Everybody thought he was lying. Everybody thought it was he was
Yeah, because
joking.
it was him being a joke. Yeah, it was almost like April Fools.
I said,
They,
nah.
yeah,
It got reported. Said, yeah, that's true. They're not renewing his contract.
yep.
And Carlito said his
Carlito,
contract.
yep. In 2 weeks, he got 2 weeks, but he just won the. Did he just win the Puerto Rico World
Yeah, the
Championship, something like
WWC.
that? Yeah,
Yeah, yep. Man,
yeah. And it was a lot of I guess today was a lot of the 90-day periods for a couple of the
yeah,
NXT folks that got released because I saw
yeah.
what's her name? Gigi Dolan post something, and then what's the other black Jakara? What was it, Jakara something? I saw
Mm-hmm.
them post basically they can start, and then Cora Jade, they
Yeah,
can I guess they can all start taking the indie bookings and stuff like that.
yeah. Man, the TKO era.
Yeah, that leads me to my first question.
All about the money.
Is it because, like you said, I see it online. Everybody is running with that narrative that TKO is just, I guess taking out the I guess the true essence of WWE, if that makes sense. Are people running overboard with that narrative?
Oh, it's true. You can see it.
Okay.
That, that company used to be ran by wrestling minds and wrestling people. It's not
Right.
anymore. They're like a uh, basically a money making company now.
Yeah.
All they care about is the bottom line, whatever is going to make us the most money.
Yeah. Because I know
Um,
they always
yeah,
brag about the gate. I'm like, of course you're gonna have the gate price, but by the way you jacking up ticket prices, of course the gate you're gonna have a record number of gates and stuff like that, and things
yeah,
of that match, things of that, of that concern. I'm like, I get it, but it is like you said, it is officially the TKO era, and the business and relationships are different now than from a contract thing. I understand it. He's probably playing a big time contract, and not of course not like Seth or Roman or nothing like that, but there's ways that they could trim fat,
mm-hmm.
and that's how they stay relevant. Like same with Carlito. Carlito had that big push back at Backlash in 23. Then he was
Did he
doing
ever really
backstage.
have a push? I think they just signed him back because of the feel good moment, or
That was I say he just had that moment. Yeah, that's it. That was at Backlash. He only had that moment. Then he really just been doing backstage and maybe house shows, but then they got rid of house shows.
yeah,
So he just been playing 2K backstage in all the clips because they could have built the little, I guess the romance him and Raquel Rodriguez were the little
mm.
backstage stuff. They could have built something off that, but I didn't they didn't decide to go anywhere with that. But I just see it as WWE trimming fat like they always do.
Well, they got a lot of people upset. And a lot of people
Hey,
are starting to notice. A lot of people talking about, they got a big family and they can't afford tickets. And
yeah,
um, yeah, man, the TKO era, man. It's about the
yeah.
bottom line. About
And what was funny is somebody on TikTok, they were talking about it too. And with them talking about it on TikTok, they was like, well, they were talking about the evolution that's coming up in Atlanta and everything, the second pay-per-view
mm,
or the
mm, mm,
second women's pay-per-view.
mm.
And they was like, well, there's technically no 200, there's no 300 section in the arena. I said, well, I
I
work
saw
there, so
that.
technically it's a 200.
I saw that.
200 is the 300 section technically, but they,
Yeah, yeah.
and then somebody said, "Well, I financed the last two times I had to go."
That's
Somebody,
crazy.
somebody behind it said, "Well, I don't think you need to be going
That's
there."
crazy.
That was
To go to
so,
wrestling? Nah, man. That's
that joke
crazy.
was so funny. Yeah, I couldn't do nothing but crack up. He was just like, "Yeah, well, I think you need to. You might not want to go there." And that joke had me cracking up, boy. I was dying laughing. I
So
was cracking up.
speaking of that weekend, um, it was first reported that Evolution was on that Sunday,
Yeah.
and what's on that Saturday?
Great American Bash and Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, it was Saturday night's main event first. Then it was Evolution, and then out the blue, NXT Saturday afternoon, head to head with All In. Like, come on, man. Like, really, really.
Yeah.
If I was in NXT, I would be upset because y'all are just using us as a tool, as something to counter program AEW. I'd be upset because you taking eyes off of us.
Bags.
Everybody's gonna watch All In, man. Ain't nobody watching no Great American Bash. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man.
And I think from another I've been doing some more looking at it and thinking about it, and from a WWE, not from WWE standpoint, but from an AEW standpoint, I think they're finally, if they can keep it on the right track, they're kind of ignoring it, which is smart.
Good.
And not kind of talking about it, but they are kind of honing in on what they need to be doing as far as the storyline stuff, and they hadn't been like entertaining it back and forth. And I think that could potentially help them in the long run.
Yep. That keep doing what you're doing. A lot of people are noticing and say, man, AEW, they kind of their product is kind of all right, I got a guy that I work with. Huge WWE fan. I don't watch no AEW. I asked him the other day, so what you think about what's going on, man? This the Seth Rollins group, he don't like that. The John Cena heel turn, that's trash. He's like, man, I've been actually watching the AEW lately. I said, huh? He said, yeah, man, Double or Nothing, man. That was pretty good.
It was, yeah.
I said, see, here we go. It's starting. Here we go. Here we go. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. It's working. It's working.
Thanks.
Yeah, man, it's not a lot going on in WWE that I'm like. A lot of that stuff ain't working, man. Like the John Cena stuff, that ain't working, man.
Like I said, they're just trying to get to another point. And then I saw something, I think I read on, was it Meltzer and them said it, that they can see them doing Cena versus they could see them doing Cena versus Cody just because of being it around the All In and stuff. They can see them putting that on Saturday night main event along with like Gold. Cause that's the other rumor. This supposed to be Goldberg's retirement match with Gunther. That's what they may lead up to too. So that was just all the rumors.
Well, that's at night. So I mean, that's fine. That ain't going head to head. But I'm thinking they're gonna put some big names on the NXT show. See that's crazy, man. Like why? Like why? It's people online. Oh, this is what AEW wanted. Y'all want nobody? No, they didn't ask for that. When it got announced, they said, "Hey, we just want to be an alternative. We're not trying to get rid of WWE. We're not trying to do X, Y, Z." But the IWC, oh no, this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted competition. It's crazy, man.
Tony fed into it. They fed into it a little bit because they would talk about them, but they have always stood it and said that they are the alternative, and trying to go up against them. But of course, they didn't do the counterproductive stuff. And then like with them going to Philly, and it's going to be like a couple days before the All In, not All In, but the residency that they're gonna have
at the ECW arena. Yeah, NXT gonna be there the week before. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, come on,
like,
man.
And that's how you know they're kind of, and they can't say that they're not doing it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose at this point.
There's no need for that, man. Like, come on, man.
And the ticket package, the little promo, the promo code to check for the tickets for that weekend in Atlanta. It was all WWE, all capital. Like you can't tell me. I'm sorry. I mean, that's a heck of a coincidence. Like you can't say that they're not thinking about them. That's the crazy part. And this is where it makes WWE kind of look bad.
I don't think a lot of people are going to that Evolution show because again, Beyonce is in town for what 4 days straight.
Yeah.
And she's here on that.
The only off day I think she got is that Saturday. I think that's the off day. That's the only day that's the off day is a Saturday.
And that show is like almost sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Great American Bash won't be. It's gonna be at Center Stage.
Center Stage.
It's not gonna be at. It's not gonna be at the arena. Yeah.
What are y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
Because
I know I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna definitely try to work those events. But I'm
That's
gonna have my
crazy.
phone on. What's the name? I'm gonna be
See what I'm
watching
saying, man?
all in. Definitely gonna be watching
It's
all in.
crazy, man.
And
Um,
then I seen a lot of other people talking about if they had to choose, what they gonna watch is All In over Great
yeah.
American Bash. So
If I was in NXT, I'd be upset. Y'all are taking eyes off of us. Y'all are just using us as a chess piece.
yep,
Like, come on, man. Like, this is not helping anybody.
right.
And then they're supposed to have some big call ups from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Vancouver, Ricky Saints.
All the new
Uh,
people that they basically signed from the other
yeah,
promotions are all getting ready to get called up.
right, yeah. So, like, who, who's gonna be on the show? Like, who's
Yeah,
again? They're probably gonna put some big names like the main roster. They're probably gonna put them on NXT.
right,
Which, like, come on,
right.
that's crazy, man.
And then since you thought about that, what do you think about the Trick Williams and the that him winning the TNA title?
I I mean, I guess that's fine. Like Joe Hendry, this whole time has not looked the greatest to me.
Right,
He just looks like somebody who just wants to be in WWE. That's his
right,
dream. That's the new
right.
thing now. Oh, that's my dream. Well, he's
Yeah,
another one that
yeah,
he gonna take whatever they give him, and
yeah.
you know to play nice so
Because
he can.
technically he ain't in WWE. Technically,
I
he's in
mean,
TNA. So,
it's the
but you're
same.
trying to be in your good graces
Yeah, yeah.
because you
The
want to
same
get a
thing
WWE contract.
when Jordan Grace when she was in TNA.
Yeah,
Oh, she let everybody know. Oh,
yeah.
WWE, this and that. Oh, we
First
know.
chance she
We
got
know you
out of
going.
there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know you going.
exactly.
Joe Hendry,
exactly.
he's gonna be next. I mean, it's a good look for Trick. You know,
Yeah,
I think him and Mike Santana, I think they
got
got
the
something
next
going. So
program. Yeah.
Santana, he'll probably be the next TNA champ.
Mhm.
So yeah, I see people online talking about, oh, well, TNA, they're the legitimate number two company. Like, really? Like, y'all hate AEW that bad.
That's what I'm
Y'all gonna put
saying.
TNA, oh, well, they're the legitimate number two uh company now. Like, no, they're
Yeah.
not. No, they're not. They're just
Right.
a feeder system for
Yeah.
WWE, man. Like, man, this junk.
Exactly. Because I don't know, and I respectfully, and I think you put me on to this perspective too, and I still always kind of reflect on it. But respectfully, when Trick Williams having the TNA title, it doesn't have elevated as much as when Kenny had it. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. I don't care how you kind of slice it,
Yep.
but it's not the same. I mean, of course you get the same, but you get bigger odds because of WWE, the influence and the power that they have. But like when Kenny had it and he was actually wrestling on your show,
Yep.
it's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yep.
And
When
so
he was the champion, he actually made them money. Their pay-per-view buys went up.
yeah.
Their ratings on Access, so yeah, Access, all that went up when Kenny Omega was the TNA champ. But a lot of people, oh, AEW didn't do nothing for TNA. Yeah, they did. They gave you their biggest star, and he wrestled on their pay-per-views, and he was
When
on
he
their
was
TV.
hurt, he was hurting then too.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it, the AEW hate, man, it's kind of going down a little bit, but not all the way.
Yeah, not all the way. And surprisingly, it wasn't that many big thing, came out. Usually some big news come out around Double or Nothing or like their big pay-per-view and not too much on And I
Yeah,
saw some other people talking about it, like, oh, what's really going on? Something ain't right. Nobody said anything
yeah,
before
nothing
Double.
really.
Yeah, nothing real big popped out at Double or Nothing. Usually something pops in and around.
Only thing I saw was the troll Twitter accounts try to
Yeah,
uh
hype up stuff.
they're not selling it, they just flipping and
Yeah, yeah.
like come on, y'all not real people anyway, man.
And like you said, it was crazy when since you brought that topic ago, just real fast on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how they say that for AEW, but WWE and NXT have all those gymnasts, and they look for gymnasts
Mm-hmm.
to be in the. So I'm like, wait, if they doing all the flipping, but you got people that's real gymnasts in
Yeah.
Evolve.
Yep.
not Evolve, but in NXT and in the Performance Center. But you get mad at them doing all the flipping and all of that stuff. I'm like, they just like you said, it's just that the AEW hate gets a little bit more, brought on up just because of
Mm-mm. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it, man.
I definitely don't get it either.
Did you checked out SmackDown Friday?
I did. I bits and pieces, and then I caught the rest of it. I just caught it on the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, so Andrade, you
I saw that.
finally got a
Yeah,
win. He's going to Money in the Bank.
yeah.
That's next Saturday.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think they got another qualifying match tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
What is like AJ Styles and
Was AJ Styles, CM Punk, and
yeah,
somebody else.
yeah.
Cause they kept saying that's
Chad
last
Gable, right?
Chad Gable. Yeah, or he got no. What's the well Chad Gable, but
Oh,
the dude
Americana.
under him
Yeah,
under
yeah,
Americano. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. The
yeah,
Americano guy, that
yeah,
character. And cause they were saying that last time they wrestled each other was what 2004 or
2004.
2014. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
one of those was CM Punk and AJ Styles. And then when seeing Andrade win, I always keep thinking about Shinsuke. Like I always just think about it's like he not to say sold his soul, but he took those contracts to come over here and
It
he
never
had his runs, but now as of lately, when he comes up on TV, I promise you, I honestly forget he be with WWE. I'll be
yeah.
like, oh wow, I forgot he's still there.
To me, he never really worked in WWE to me. Ever since he first came with 2015, 16, it
Mm-hmm.
never really clicked to me. His style and all that, it just but like I said, he comfortable there, he making
Yeah.
money,
Yep.
you know, more power to him. But
Thanks.
yeah, I be forgetting, yeah. Oh yeah, Shinsuke, I forgot he was there.
Yeah, that's and throwing it up, and then I saw some people outraged at Carmelo Hayes that he had lost his most recent match,
Yep.
and I always think of it. He kind of took Ricochet's spot because that's where Ricochet was in the card, and then like I said, they just filled him in
Have good
kind of in that
matches.
same breath, yeah, in that same spot, and
Yep.
never really doing anything with him. But like I said, to each his own. That's why I don't get too upset about like pecking orders and stuff because, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, if all it takes is an injury here,
Mm-hmm.
something there, then somebody will probably get a chance, an opportunity to get filled in to a spot. So I don't really get too much overworked over the bookings. The other one I was thinking of, the other rumor is Mariah May is
Mm-hmm.
alleged is supposedly, AEW took her off the roster and off the roster
Yeah.
page. And how do you feel about that whole situation?
She had a good year run in AEW.
Yeah,
Can't blame her.
yeah, she did what she did. Yeah, you can't say
They
yeah.
had what 3 or 4 great matches with Tony Storm. They
Yep.
finished it off with the Hollywood ending. Hey, she want to be in WWE. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that was known like way back then. She's been
Mm-hmm.
always, I want to be there.
Mm-hmm. She had
I
that
mean,
tryout when they
I
came
mean,
over to yeah.
it is what it is, man.
I think she used the system the correct way. I'll say it like that because she went over, did the tryout, probably heard some feedback, and she said, "Do what everybody's supposed to do." Like I can't knock her because that would you do what you're supposed to do because
mm-hmm.
she made a name for herself. It got her to one spot, and she did everything she could in that spot, and you go to the next one. So I can't even be mad, but I just know she's just gonna be another blonde in the once she go over there. She's just
Well,
gonna
they,
be
they
another blonde in the pecking order.
they called her Timu Tiffany Stratton.
And that's
So
the WWE. Yep,
what
that
y'all
was
gonna
talking
say now?
exactly. The ones that was happy was the same ones that
Mm-mm.
was talking about she was Timo this, Timo that. You right.
Man,
You right.
man, they're signing a lot of people. There's only so much TV time, man. I remember a couple years ago, oh, AEW got too many people. Hey, man, they signing a lot of people, man.
Yeah. Because it
Uh,
does look bad now. It's like okay, you got rid of what was it, Braun Strowman. I know you really only got rid of him because
mm-hmm.
his contract, but they say his health wasn't it
Yeah,
was
he got
getting up
bad
there too.
knees and
Yeah,
yeah,
his body was just kind of shutting down on him too. I was hearing, and but you was making all these cuts, and then of course you trim all the NXT fat.
yeah,
Now you trimming, you're not renewing R Truth and Carlito, and but that you just signed Rusev.
You're signing everybody that was in AEW.
You sign Ricky, you sign all them. Now potentially Mariah May, more than likely she's
Yeah,
probably
she
gonna go over
going.
there.
Yeah, she
And
going.
I got a feeling she'll probably debut in Atlanta too. That's the other
Most
feeling
likely.
at
Most
the
likely.
Evolve show, Evolve 2, or not Evolve 2, but the
Evolution.
Evolution, Evolution 2. So I can see her coming, debuting on that. Depending on how to, because contract situations. Because right now, last thing I read from Meltzer, that technically she is still under contract. That's what her agent is saying. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, Tony and them know that they knew it
Mm-hmm.
after the what's name. They probably heard the rumblings and probably shot the text like, "Hey, we're thinking about renewing your contract." And when they kind of ghosted, she probably ghosted them, and they probably like, "Oh, there it is, right there. She's
Well,
probably
I
going to
think
the
the
East."
reports were saying that she wasn't going to sign a new contract, so they
Yeah,
knew. So that's why they booked it like the
and then put her
Halloween
in
and
and then put her in the Owen title too. So
Well, I mean, a lot of people that's their dream. They want
yeah,
WWE. That's a dream, but
yep.
and they got a lot of people.
But like you said, is it the? I don't think it's the original, like the old dream. But of course, it's just to be on the platform. I think the dream is to be on that platform and be on
Yeah.
that stage, and because like I said before, as we know it, as we can see it, we can see the changing of the tides, happening right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that, I just thought about this topic popped in my head. Vince McMahon has rumored to be interested in trying to buy WWE back, but I doubt. I don't think they're gonna never let them get close to that.
Yeah, I think TKO put out something saying no, they would never
Yeah,
sell it back and all that.
because what is the name of his promotion team now? It's like a
14th and one or something like that.
14th and something. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah. So that's his little company, I guess, that he got. So,
I see
uh,
Johnny Ace flipped on him.
boy, that joker said, you know what? You got all that dirt.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
gone. Yeah.
Johnny Ace said, yeah, man, yeah,
Whatever you need, I
I
got you.
got it. What y'all need, man?
Whatever you need. Oh, because I'm not beating the allegations no time soon. Whatever
Yeah.
you need, I got it. I ain't listen, look, get out of jail free, tell on three. I'm gonna sing like the Harlem Boys Choir. I'm
Yeah.
telling on all y'all.
Yeah, we'll never see McMahon
Yeah,
back with the company trying to buy
facts.
it back or trying to do anything. He'll never be back.
Yes, facts.
Um, yeah. So yeah, next weekend is the Worlds Collide
Mm-hmm.
and Money in the Bank same day.
Mm-hmm.
I think one show is at the Forum and the other show is at the Intuit Dome. Um, you interested in the AAA NXT show?
I'm not really, just because I don't watch enough AAA like
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
like I said, if NXT only reason, I kid you not, if I hear them talking about Jada Parker, then I'll flip to the channel. Then other than that, I cut it right back off. That's just cut it right back doing what I was doing. That's just me personally. But it ain't no knock on nothing. I just
Yeah.
it's a different, if it is a different thing down there than
Mm-hmm.
that I'm used to. So maybe one day I'll get into it, but as of right now, nah.
What, what you think
I'm
about
good.
the big tag team match at Money in the Bank? The was it Cena and Logan Paul
Logan
against
Paul.
Cody and Jay?
I don't have a yay or nay to it. Travis Scott is supposed to be rumored to appear, so he'll probably
Oh,
interfere and
really? Oh,
have
I
the
thought they let that
yeah.
go.
That's now, yeah. They read a report the other day saying that he's probably gonna come back.
Oh
They're gonna
man.
report him to come into the show, so he'll probably help and do some stuff like that. I did see Cody in them little segment on SmackDown, and
Mm.
he kind of answered. He kind of answered what's the name thing. Remember you were talking about The Rock
Yeah,
and
selling
the
the
whole
soul.
selling his soul and all that. He kind of, I guess tried to help tie that storyline in, but still didn't really too
So
much help.
they still hanging on to that. Like, come on,
I
man.
guess so. I guess just to keep it in the rhythm, I guess, but
Uh,
who
this
knows?
John Cena thing ain't working, man.
And
It,
because for me, it was at first I was all for the turn. The moment of it happening, I was all for it. But if I had known it was going to lead to this, then because it really looks like it's John Cena, even though we know it's, but like from a wrestling standpoint, some people just naturally heal. But
mm,
now it's just feeling like it's forced.
Mm-hmm.
Like by the way he walked down to the ring, and I know it's
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing about ruining, but it's like you could really see him like playing a role because then they dropped the little thing with Stephanie's corner, and I watched parts of that in the interview he had with that, and then like I said, you still see him on TNT when he was promoting Peacemaker,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like he didn't even bring the belt. He didn't even bring the belt to TV, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you could just tell he's literally like playing a character, and I guess if that's what he wanted to do on his way out, that's he earned that respect enough to do it how he wants to. But yeah, I was all for the turn of it, but the way that they're walking it through the fine line, I don't know if I'm really
It's a lot
really
of
enjoying it.
fans that's not happy with the product. A lot of people
Yeah,
tired of Jay Uso already. Like,
yeah.
oof, oof.
I saw Rikishi talking about he need to be the creative and book the matches for his son.
Yeah, he
I'm
don't
like,
want
man,
his
he's
son
just
in that.
talking.
He don't want his son in that tag match. He's like, why? I'm guessing he think he need to have his own program because he's the champion. I mean, I can
Yeah.
see that, but I, man, I don't know.
I put Jay in that same category with Cody. The one where it's always good for him. It's always good for him to chase the title, but when you actually win it and you have to defend it, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always put Cody in that same breath too. Like it was fun seeing him go after the chase of the title, but
Yeah,
once he had it, it's just like it's not it's not the same. So I guess it's always the ones with the thrill of the chase.
yeah.
To keep on with the strap too. And a funny one as you would talk about seeing the people what they said online. The funny one I wanted goes back to Mariah May, which had me laughing
Mm.
when they said about we would love to hear Kevin Nash's idea on Kevin Nash's on idea for taking less money to go over and do and instead having a WrestleMania moment. Which one would he love? And I was just reading, dude, like to go down that rabbit hole and
I
listen to
think I saw
and
that.
watch it
Yeah,
and reading everybody's things was
yeah.
hilarious. It was kind
Them
of
old
funny.
heads, man. You better get paid, man. All this is my
That's
dream and all that. Take less money. What? Yeah, but that's the new thing now. That's everybody's dream, and
yeah.
that's always been my dream. You see Aleister Black saying,
He was another. That's right. They signed him back. That's right.
yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be, and this locker room is the greatest and all that. Man, they fired you, man. Do you remember that? They fired you. Like, come on.
Right.
Well, they be brainwashed, man. uh, they be
Like
brainwashed, man.
like
That's
like it's cool that you back with your wife and you get to
right,
be
right. You with your
on
wife. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
your wife and you get to be on, TV with her and stuff. But it's like you forget that fast
Like,
how
dude, they fired you. Rusev, they fired you, man.
they gave you that call with a heartbeat.
Braun Strowman, they fired you twice. You got fired after WrestleMania. They brought you back. You got fired again. Dakota Kai, she got fired twice.
Yeah.
Like,
She's been laying low too. I noticed that as well. She's been
yeah, I keep
laying
seeing
low.
that she might end up in AEW. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
The only one I know, I was talking to somebody at work about it. But I know right now the only trade, if we could like trade, if it was
Mm-hmm.
AEW for WWE trade, it says they get Mariah, if they're allegedly getting Mariah May, give
Mm-hmm.
us Bailey. Put Bailey.
I
I'll take that
mean,
trade
they
in a
ain't doing
heartbeat.
nothing with her.
I'll take that trade in a heartbeat.
She might be
Trade.
next. Hey, she might be next. She ain't doing nothing.
Because a lot of people, I was reading on going down that rabbit hole. A lot of people was making the case that they don't like Bailey like that either. I'm like, wow.
I mean, her comments at WrestleMania was like, well, her match got taken off, and
Yeah,
she might be next. Never know. I think
yeah,
she signed till later this year or maybe next year, I believe.
gotcha.
I don't know, man. Might as
Yeah,
well.
facts. At this point, you're
Might as
right.
well. Like I say, they got so many people coming up. Julia, they called her up. Stephanie Van Cor, she coming up. Jordan Grace,
Yeah,
she's supposed to come up. Mariah May, she's on the way.
yeah.
You still
And then,
got
like I said, thinking about where the room is for everybody.
you still got Bianca, you still got Jade,
Yeah,
Naomi, Rhea,
yeah,
Liv,
yeah.
uh,
Raquel,
Alexa Bliss,
yep. Valkyrie, you got and then Charlotte over there too.
Becky, Charlotte.
Meg, yeah,
Man, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of people, man. It's the rumor to have they're gonna have AEW women's tag champions. I mean, I can see that they got a lot of women. They ain't
And
really doing nothing.
then speaking of AEW, we'll go AEW side real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the whole thing where they was trying to get mad at Harley Cameron for the spot, but they didn't realize they were working her off television?
Well,
And
yeah,
it was
that's what they do. They jump.
yeah,
Oh man, they didn't.
Bully Ray and them. They was like, he gonna look stupid when he realized that it was a and then
Yeah,
they don't ever talk about it after they realize what really
it was the
happened.
design spot to write her off of TV.
Yeah.
And but that's the new thing. Jump on whatever they do.
Yeah.
They stupid. They wrong. They don't know what they doing.
Right.
But when they're wrong about something, they don't ever correct themselves. They just whatever.
And then speaking, go ahead.
You see Adam Cole almost got a concussion from that power bomb on the
Yeah,
he
because
barely missed.
That's why I said he sold it because he barely missed it.
They said it was people like really mad at Kyle Fletcher for that.
I would have been mad too, because because of his injury history.
Yep. They said they were legit mad at him about that.
Yeah, they had right to about that one because it did, even though he was in his heel character, it did look a little reckless. But like you said, the fact that they barely missed it, they barely missed it up. And then what was funny, they was getting mad at Kyle O'Reilly for that, but they ain't say nothing when Selena Vega broke Chelsea nose with that sorry 619 she did respectfully did this broken nose. And then and Penta almost dropped what's name on his neck.
He did. He dropped him right on his head.
Oh yeah, was it Chad Gable?
Yeah.
One of them. He did the double.
I said, "Oh man, not a word, no word." If he did that in AEW, he don't know how to work. He gonna kill somebody. He does. It's crazy, man.
It is, bro. It is. That's what we try to tell folks. I was like, if you just take a step back and look at it, and then see how people just respond to stuff, you be like, bro, okay, you can kind of see. Even the average fan can see that. Like, yeah, dog. But yeah, it just be funny how, for one, it be all of this hoopla outroar, then for the other, they let a lot of stuff go. They let a lot of it pass. Yeah. But I do like how they're kind of building up All In, with Adam Page, and that good. That was a good segment for me, and it kind of rolled up some storylines if you was paying attention.
It was,
but folks don't want to pay attention, so because that was they rolled up some, and then they got it where they set up where on Collision where it's gonna be Ospreay and Swerve probably All In, so they built that up to that. So and Will Ospreay was right. It need to be them three to take down the Death Riders for now.
And then he said, "Hey man, he's the one. He's the guy. We need to be behind him, trying to look." Storyline.
Swerve said, "No, I'm never gonna do that." You know what that man did to me? Yeah. Why would I join him? Like you said, storyline. Like, but they don't get
no credit, man. They don't get no credit, man.
Now the one I will say they do got to answer this question for me was, remember when the Young Bucks were destroying all that paperwork before they left? Remember, it was him.
I think that was just a joke. That was just like a visual joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that was really supposed to be a story. I think that was just a joke.
Because I thought it was something that they could have worked off of. Remember, they were like, we got to get rid of this paperwork. We got to do all of this. But it could have been just for them as they were leaving to take their break at that time. So
because their character was based on the show Succession. So I thought it was just a joke. I ain't really think about it as no storyline, but I think both of them got banged up in that Anarchy in the Arena. They said they're gonna be out for a minute. So we'll see what's going on.
And actually, man, that was a good match. Speaking of Double or Nothing, we didn't get a chance to talk about that, but that was actually
a lot of people.
It was long-winded. Don't get me wrong. It was long-winded. It was long-winded. Let's go ahead and put that disclaimer out. It was definitely long-winded.
Yeah.
But it was still good. It was still good nonetheless. It was definitely still good.
They're gonna need to shorten those pay-per-views, man. That's showed in the end till like 12:30, almost 1 o'clock, man. I was like, oh man.
That's but I would always say I'd rather be in that position seeing more matches than I would not seeing enough matches.
Yeah.
Cause you always feel like, dang, I done paid this much and I only saw 4 or 5 matches. At least I saw 8 matches.
And I think
probably 9 or 10 with the preview stuff, like before the show starts or whatever I call it, 0 hour.
Yeah.
So you probably saw 10 matches, 10, 11 matches. I rather, at least I know I got my money's worth
Mm-hmm.
watching at least 11 matches.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
just me personally.
I think Tony, he's saying, well, since we still on pay-per-view, $50, I'm trying to give you your money's worth.
Yeah.
Eight matches, and if it, they need to end before midnight. They gotta work.
Definitely.
They gotta work on that.
Definitely.
They gotta work on that. That's
Definitely.
yeah.
I
But
agree with you on that.
but
Had to put the light on. There you go. See, I
uh,
had one more other thing.
I'm curious to see where that MJF and Hurt Syndicate storyline gonna
Yeah,
go.
me too. The only thing I can see it being is it's just me seeing that he gonna probably feud with Bobby Lashley
That's what I said.
out of it.
They probably gonna have a one
Yeah,
on
that's the
one.
only thing I can see. Yeah, and he'll
Mm-hmm.
be turning out of the group, and that's the only one that I could think. Obviously that they can kind
Yeah.
of go with.
And Ricochet said he's looking for a group. Said he needs some guys with him.
Yeah.
Man, Ricochet been on fire to me, man. He
Can we? Yeah, well, I wish you had the thing to play the horn. But we got to give Ricochet some credit, man. That Joker there,
yeah,
he's
man.
been doing very well. Yeah, give him horn. Yeah, give him some claps or some applause because he been. You got to really give him some because he been doing his thing, man. For as much people that be hating, and they was
They be
hating on him when he
hating.
left,
Oh
but he
man,
was doing really good as a heel over there.
like why they hate on him so hard? I don't get it, man. Like
Yeah.
because he left WWE. Oh, we don't like
Mm-hmm.
you now. Like oh, he can't talk on the mic. He can't. No, he been doing pretty good. He's entertaining every week.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Give him the other one that's been impressing me too is what's it, Speedball,
Speedball Mike Bailey.
yeah, Mike Bailey. I've been impressed by him.
Yeah,
I got to see a little bit more of Kevin Knight. I know Kevin Knight had to go over to Japan,
oh yeah, he's back this week.
and now he's back this week. So I want to see a little bit more of him as well. So those are the other ones I'm interested to see intertwining to do it. And now I just like I said, if we see Hangman win it.
Mm-hmm.
We already know there's gonna be a line of suitors left to um
Yeah.
go over and get his title. Cause I know the first one you automatically gonna think of is Swerve.
Swerve or MJF, because MJF keeps saying, I want my belt back.
Yeah,
So that's what he's working on
yeah,
behind the scenes, but he said he's gonna take the shortest route to get there. So that's why he's
yeah.
teaming up with the Hurt Syndicate. But
Yeah,
like I say, if Hangman win, you have to build the show around him.
yeah,
Kind of like not trying to compare him, but how they did with Stone Cold back in the day when he won the title. The show was built around him.
yeah,
Hangman, build the show around him. Because when he won it the first time, they didn't do that. He was just
yeah.
having random matches, and they have to learn from the first time when he was champion.
Have you gotten a chance to go back and kind of see the older what's name stuff? The older
AEW
AEW
stuff.
stuff that'd be on like Max and stuff.
Some stuff. Like I said, they
Yeah.
changed some of the music. I'm like, I don't like
Yeah, they had to
that.
do it up for all the licensing and all of that stuff. I
Yeah.
just go back and try to remember some of those storylines that they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and what I was also thinking was a big thing I feel like kind of hurt them. Now in hindsight was getting rid of BTE. I think that actually helped a lot of people in AEW at the time.
Uh, allegedly there was some kind of conflict. I think CM
Yeah.
Punk had an issue with it because they was making fun of him, and
Oh yeah, I
it
can
was
see
like some
that.
legal stuff. So they decided to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay. I
man.
always wondered. I never knew what the full story behind that was. And then like even with like even Sammy Guevara's vlog, like that helped people
Oh
get
yeah, yeah.
over, on in today's reality,
Mm-hmm.
and streaming stuff type stuff. I feel like that actually helped get a boost of a lot of people than what it kind of does now.
BTE back in the day, man, that was the show every Monday. Man, that was the show, man. They booked the original All In off a YouTube show.
They they did.
And people were like, oh, they was always taking shots at. They weren't taking any shots at WWE. It was all a joke. Like
Yeah.
WWE was trying to sign them off of that. Like they wasn't mad. They was gonna
Exactly.
sign. They was gonna sign all of them. Cody, the Bucks, hey man, they wanted all of them.
Yep.
Like, oh, they was always taking shots and all that.
Yeah.
No, it was all jokes. It was just, come on, man. Like
And then
Cody was his most entertaining on that show to me.
yeah, he really was. Yeah, he definitely was. And then what was it? I trying to go back and find it in the Discord, but when they talked about what's the face that tweet that basically started what's the name the tweet that basically helped build All In, talking about they couldn't fill up the seats or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I gotta find it.
Dave Meltzer
Yeah,
said he don't think that Ring of Honor could ever sell out 10,000. Cody said, we'll take that bet. And that's where it started
yeah,
off. Now, a lot of people think, oh, that's the start of AEW. No, it's not. That was a Ring of Honor show.
yeah.
The start of AEW happened with Tony Khan when he saw that when Fox bought SmackDown and how much money they got for SmackDown, he said, oh, these companies are giving out money for live programming. And he was friends with the guy from Turner, and he started. That's where it started.
Merging it that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
what you think about trying to get some live
Because you
wrestling
always
back
need a
on?
money guy. Yeah, you need a money guy that
Right.
can help back it. Yep.
So Tony went to All In. He didn't know anybody. He seen they sold 10,000, and he told the guy from Turner, hey, look, this is proof of concept. This could work.
Yeah.
Then that's when he started signing everybody after that. So a lot of people be getting the story wrong, like, oh, that's the start of AEW. No, it's
right.
no.
Because it really wasn't until All In that kind of like him being at All In, seeing what could happen.
It was after All In. Then everybody's contract went up at the same time, and
expired from Ring of Honor. Yeah.
The Young Bucks got the first call, and they thought, "Oh man, this ain't real. You ain't talking about nothing."
Somebody.
And they started, yeah. So, yeah. Did you see Cody on his podcast with his wife?
I saw the clip farming of it. I didn't see the full. And
man, they doing like revisiting this
they
history
they keep dodging bullets. I told you, I don't think we'll ever get the full unless Dark Side of the Ring do something on it.
Something happened with his wife with AEW. And I think he just stuck up for his wife and like, all right, I'm around with her.
All right.
Something happened with his wife. He ain't like and she ain't like. But the way that he talk about AEW now, he just at first he wouldn't say nothing bad about him. Like, nah, man.
Now I'm about to say, has he switched from that stance where he said he wouldn't talk bad about AEW?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Whose show is he on? Ariel Hawani? That's where it all started. He be saying all kind of slick stuff now. Like, man, why that change? Like, what's going on, man? Like, I don't know, man. Just
right.
Cody, he's happy where he's at. He doing his thing. AEW, they doing their thing,
Yep. There's room in the world for everybody, as they say.
Now, how people saying AEW won the competition, all that. There was only one person that was really doing the us versus them. And he works back in WWE now. And that was Cody. He was the only one doing that. Kenny and the Bucks and all them, they said, no, we just want to be an alternative. We're not doing that.
And that's also true.
Us versus them. And then another one that did it was CM Punk, but guess what he back at? He back with them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
and like I said, everybody remember when he smashed the throne and
it was
all of that stuff.
Only one person that was doing the us versus them. It was Cody. Kenny and the Bucks was like, no, we just trying to provide an alternative. We not trying to, get rid of nobody or put nobody out of business. Or no, that was Cody. And yeah, guess where he ended up.
Exactly. I love when they call it on Twitter or X. They call it the Feds. They going back to the Feds. That jump be so funny. I be cracking up. That jump be having
Fed. That's what they are. The World Wrestling Federation. That's what the old school heads. That's what we call it. The Federation.
It'd be hilarious.
That's what we.
That's all that's all I got for today. That's all I can think of off the top. So, like I said, here's some more, building up the weeks. It's the summer. This is usually the summer months. we'll see how they build up after All In is over and get through the summer to get to the winter, and we'll see what else they got left on this John Cena Hill run as well. And does just Jey Uso keep the belt to SummerSlam?
I don't know.
Because he's not in a title match for Money in the Bank. And what would be the next one?
He got a Saturday night's main event with Gunther. It's like a submission match or something going
Okay,
on.
that's one. So that's one title defense,
That's it.
and then he got so yeah, we'll see.
If he keeps it till SummerSlam, he'll lose it at SummerSlam. But he might.
Mm.
Yeah, oh yeah, he ain't gonna have it long. Yeah,
Because what after he gets through with the Logan program, what Seth probably be up there next, be up in the title picture next, probably,
yeah, that's the only
and then figuring
logical
out
thing to
whatever
me.
Roman gonna do. Yeah, because I can see Roman coming back and not making sure Seth don't get a shot at it. I can see something like that too, but
Yeah, yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. But
yeah, yeah.
that's all
I
I
don't know.
got.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
Until next time.
All right.
Yes, sir.